Good evening, Boulder. I'm David Campbell, CSO at SendGrid, a Techstars alumni company. I think I speak for everybody at SendGrid, all 300 employees, when I say that we are extremely proud to be part of the Techstars family. I'm here tonight to introduce you to a team that has an amazing blend of cutting-edge technical acumen and deep business experience in an industry where credibility is king. This team has taken new technology and applied it to an old paradigm and is now poised to completely disrupt a large chunk of the financial services industry. Without further ado, it's my pleasure to introduce you to Will Madden, founder and CEO at bridge21.
Ladies and gentlemen, did you know I can put cash in this envelope and send it to Mexico faster than you can wire money there? Global trade has increased 48 times over since the 1970s, but cross-border payments have not changed since the year that they were invented in 1974. So with more money than ever crossing borders every year, why is it still so slow and expensive to pay somebody in a different country? The reason is that banks control the process, they're making a fortune, and they have absolutely no reason to change anything. So I'm Will Madden, CEO of bridge21, and tonight we're putting the banks on notice because we're creating money without borders. Our service lets individuals and businesses send money anywhere in the world and store it in any currency from their laptop or their mobile phone. And we do it with Bitcoin. Through the ingenious use of cryptocurrency, we are able to circumvent the traditional banking system and dramatically change the way that money is transferred. But to appreciate that statement, you have to see what it's like today using a bank to send money. So let's look at a simple example of sending money from here in Boulder, Colorado to Mexico. First, you call your bank to send the wire. But the money doesn't go to Mexico, it goes to a correspondent bank in New York who takes out a $25 to $50 wire fee, sits on your money for a day earning interest, before they swap currency with a correspondent bank in Mexico the next morning, who marks up your exchange rates 2 to 3%, and then sits on your money for another day earning interest before they finally send the money to the local bank in Mexico where it was supposed to go in the first place, and that bank takes out about $15. So we're talking about a process that takes 3 or more days, goes through a minimum of 4 banks, and costs 5% and sometimes much more. And that's not the worst part. You have no idea when that money will get to that final bank, and you're not even sure how much money will arrive at the end of it. You may be thinking right now that PayPal or TransferWise or one of these other services can solve this problem, but they're built on the same legacy infrastructure that these banks are using anyway, so they are slow and they are expensive. Let's contrast this with what we do at bridge21. We convert your US dollars into Bitcoin, send it to our partner in Mexico, and they immediately convert it into pesos. The money is only in Bitcoin for a few moments, so customers are never exposed to any price volatility or risk associated with cryptocurrency. Our customers aren't even aware the money's in Bitcoin at all. So we're taking a process. We're taking a process that takes 3 or more days, and we're turning it into one that takes 5 minutes or less. One that goes through 4 banks into something that's direct and transparent, and something that costs 5% or more into something that's 2% everywhere in the world. Yeah. And the difference for our customers is like night and day. I hit send money, I find my receiver for my contacts or social media, I enter the amount of money I need to send, an invoice or a note, and I authorize the payment. But this is the part that's really cool. My receiver in Mexico has the money in moments. We're both notified that the transaction is complete in real time, and our business is done. So we're starting off by helping US businesses send money to Mexico. This is a group that's paying around $150 million a year in fees to banks. We are socially targeting small businesses that have had bad experiences with our competition so that our service will spread virally. In the last 30 days, we have already hooked up Mexico, and we are sending money there in minutes instead of days right now. But because we're backed by banks in the United States, we only work with licensed partners in other countries, and we're using a vastly superior technology to move money. Expanding for us is easy. We already have relationships in China, Europe, India, and many more countries right now. We have competitors with valuations of over $100 million that are only addressing about 5% of this market. We've got 22% today, and it's growing every month as we add more partners. So you might be asking yourself, how big is this market? Individuals and small businesses send $10 trillion over borders every year. That is China's gross domestic product. And we're paying banks $500 billion in fees, which is Australia's national debt. So please believe me when I tell you the total addressable market here is truly enormous. Cross-border payments and revolutionizing that entire antiquated business is a really, really big vision. And we have the team that can do it. Tara and I have over 35 years of experience in financial services, and a lot of that was in the belly of the beast at Western Union and First Data. So we know this industry cold. And our CTO, Mark Supis, he's a serial entrepreneur. He's a digital currency expert. He was even technical advisor to Nathaniel Popper's Bitcoin History Digital Gold. So if you or somebody you know sends money overseas, go to our website and sign up. We would love to save you time and money. It's 2016, and sending money to another country shouldn't be slower and more expensive than mailing it there. We're bridge21, and we're creating money without borders. Thank you.